What is up, guys? North Digital Assets coming at you with another video. North Digital Assets, 25 plus assets, including Casper, Curve, ADA, XRP, HBAR, Vechain, API3, and CKB. If you like any of those coins, click the subscribe button below. Smash the like button. In this video, we're going to just cover a variety of coins. We're going to look at Bitcoin, and we're going to just cover a bunch of altcoins, what I'm seeing in the market, what I think is going to happen next. And let's just dive into it. Number one, Bitcoin at $19,182. Nice little pump the last couple days. Some nice green candles here. And I will say, I almost called this perfectly. I miss a lot of calls. I don't get every call right. But long term, I'm going to be right. I truly believe that. There's going to be a massive wave at some point in time. There's going to be another bull run. I dropped this circle in here well before any of this data was here, and then I put this arrow here, and I was basically saying that once we come down and we sweep all these local lows and find some support, we hold this higher low, we're gonna boom right back up to this purple zone. And I had this arrow in here. I had all this data in here before this ever happened, so I hit this call about perfect. We're in the box battling that now. If you turn on the VPVR here, obviously you can see the resistance here, this giant peak. You can see this resistance, and that is what we're going to be running into now. But the key would be to get into this purple range, find a support, and start to move above it. That's when the resistance will lighten up. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Is this another sort of rejection? You have to hold a higher low and then go. Do you still trace back down? I don't know. At any point, at any rate, I'm accumulating at this level, and I will continue to accumulate moving forward. I still believe it is too risky to be out of the market. We could get this wave 5 coming and really throw a lot of people off. Not many people expecting it. A lot of people still thinking we're going to 10K, 12K, and this is the largest bear trap we've ever seen. If you look at my drawing here, though, I've been pushing this drawing for a while, and it's talking about a wave 5 into late 2023 around 120,000. Yes, it sounds crazy. Could happen. Let's look at Vechain. Vechain, right now, I'm looking to drop about another $2,000 into Vechain. It's not the world's biggest purchase. It's not that great, but it will be great later. It's currently at 1.9 cents. The low here was at about 1.5 cents recently. That would be fine if you missed this little pocket. You're not going to buy the exact bottoms, but I believe we're right there. We've been close. We've been there for a long time, and even if you missed, this pocket in here and you didn't buy the absolute low, that's fine. You had 1.9 cents all through here, all through November, and that was considered fear. And we're just back there now. Still a good spot to buy. This is a good spot to buy. If Bitcoin decides to go down and drop, I believe there's going to be an insane amount of buying pressure anyways. Even if Vechain went to 1.2 and you got more Vechain for the money, that would be fine. But right now, to me, is an absolute time to buy. The fear, the bearish sentiment across the board, macro indicators blinking towards a bottom. We've been in a correction for like a year. Altcoins down 95%, 93%, like every other bear market before they take off on the next rally, even though it doesn't feel like an opportunity. That's what happens every time. So it is what it is. XRP, the Vechain, I talked about in a previous video about Vechain going to $1.70. Not out of the cards. Sounds insane, but not out of the cards. It's just the 1618 off of this high, swing low, and then 1618, which is like $1.70, and that would be in a blow off top bull run scenario. And anything even anywhere close in that range is sell, get the hell out of all crypto. Like that's what we're going to be talking about. That's what we're going to be looking at later. Any coins that run early, if Vechain just explodes, or XRP, anything that runs early, we're going to be looking on this channel to sell that coin and roll it into something else that hasn't made a run yet. Casper, I'm extremely bullish on Casper. Casper today, Casper with an all-time high of like $1.46, somewhere in that range. It's a lot higher than 3 cents, I'll tell you that. I don't know the exact range, because CoinMarketCap and all these different exchanges have it at a different level. But I will say this, Casper with a nice green candle today. Again, trying to get this bullish cross. The last bullish cross for Casper wasn't bad. We went all the way up to 5.4 cents, but then with the rest of the market, it just crapped back down, and that's normal. Will that happen again with Casper? Sure, possible, but we'll wait and see. But one of these times, this is going to hit. This bottom's going to hold. This W double bottom type crap is going to hold, and it's going to start to run, and it's going to leave some people behind in the dust. The DXY still doing us favors here. Now with the DXY, we thought for a long time that the DXY was going to be overheated. That's because on the weekly, we were, let's go to the weekly, then we'll come back to the daily. On the weekly, why I thought it was so overheated is this band. Look how stretched out this band got here. And then at the top here, look at the distance here between the EMAs. Extremely stretched out, hanging out way up in the clouds above here. After this run for this long, after this W double bottom, eventually there's going to be some sort of ABC correction. There's going to be some sort of correction, even though the DXY isn't it's not a stock, it's not a crypto, but it still adheres to these same principles. So that's why we thought it was going to be overheated. It was overheated on the monthly. The monthly stock RSI went up, went across, and it was up there for a long time. Eventually, that's going to start going back down. It's done that since 1970s. It's always following that pattern. So if we go to the daily, we thought there was a few times we thought this thing was going to be overheated. July, September. We thought in September maybe this was a little peak. It was coming down, come back up, hit it, fail. No, it's blown through this trend line each time. Okay, but this time we finally got it. And when we finally got it is here was the top, and then we hit the resistance here in October, tried to break through it, wasn't working in November, rejection. That is the dead cat bounce there, and I expect it to adhere to this line. So if this comes down and tries to make some sort of pump up, it's going to hit somewhere around that yellow line, and then it'll be that next rejection. So the DXY doing us favors. Crypto stocks usually move inversely to this. It's not an exact science or anything like that, but typically they are. I mean, typically as soon as Bitcoin and crypto started to get this pump lately, it's been about inversely correlated to this. It's been pretty close. Bullish on things like VRA, which is these are okay. So these small cap, micro cap coins are riskier, but you can get a lot of coins for the money, and the returns when this market gets running, when they do run, the returns are going to be astronomically higher than the blue chips or these bigger coins. But things like VRA, BPro, which is also, it's had some green days. Let's zoom in a little bit here. It's had some green lately. Definitely some large curvature here in the 20 EMA, some momentum back to the upside. And if we look at the weekly here, some of these weekly stock RSIs are starting to turn. Will it stick though and actually come up and stay up and come up and stay up in this 100 level before coming down? That's what we want to see. That's what we're waiting on. Will it actually stick and not just come back down for another bounce? Because this next movement up with the weekly stock RSIs across the board, when you come up into this 100 range, you're bouncing around, that's where the next pump is going to be at. I love the stock RSI, very basic, but Filecoin, I'm very bullish on Filecoin long term. All-time high of Filecoin, all-time high of 232. It's $3 right now. Okay, I remember thinking it was cheap at $28. Okay, so this thing, I'm bullish on Filecoin long term. I mean, look at this chart. It's just going to have to break that resistance. It will have some sort of V-shaped recovery, possibly at least into this 28 range. You can see that there, or way past that. But CKB, very bullish on Curve. For the smaller cap, E and Q, I think is going to have some explosive movement at some point in time. You can get a lot for the money. E and Q, B Pro, Casper and VRA for some small caps. XRP and Cardano for my blue chips. I'm very bullish on Vechain, and I think Vechain can go up to that $1.70 range. A lot of this sounds crazy, but that's exactly what happened last time and the time before that. Bear for so long, and then it turns around and it runs like crazy, and then you don't hit the sell button, you get too greedy, you're not taking profits on the way up, and then you're stuck holding the bag on the ride down. And that's what we're trying to avoid most here. At least at this point in time, Fear and Greed Index has been in the hole for a long time. The CBBI has been in the hole for a long time. The Nupal has been blinking that bottom has been blinking near bottom. The MVRBZ score is showing near or at bottom. The on-chain cost basis is showing at or near bottom. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Just hang in there. DCA if you can. I know a lot of people might not have too much capital on the sides to still deploy, but I am bullish on a lot of these coins. That's going to be it for this video. We'll try to release a video in the next couple days and cover some CKB and some Curve. We'll see you in the next video. See ya.